Dimpho, can you please walk us through the situation and what we are looking at right now?
This is a self-deck pit. It's not a pit toilet that was offered by the municipality. So it means this is a pit toilet that was created by a resident staying here to relieve themselves responsibly and trying by all means to relieve themselves comfortably. So it means when it's full, the municipality doesn't come to drain it. When it's full, they dig another hole to move. So they will use the structure to move to another hole that they have created, that it's empty so that they relieve themselves. So this, it is a self-dug pit. When it's a self-dug pit, it means I have created it. So others you would find rotating that are financial okay, that are able, they are using the wooden ones. So this one is a zinc one because unfortunately now, because there's no a fully flushed toilet or any kind of toilet that is provided by the municipality, the residents felt that they need to create the self-dug pits to relieve themselves. So,
You mentioned that if it's full, they have to move the structure to a different location. So now I want to ask, are you telling me this whole thing then has to relocate somewhere else within the yard?
yes. So imagine that when you have a toddler, then you have just moved to another structure, or maybe the toddler needs to come here to relieve themselves. It becomes dangerous in terms of the health issues, especially pregnant women. It's not very much safely for water conservation issues and so forth, because you might get bladder infection. You know, females are sensitives, but we are not looking at mainly females because there's a boy child in the society also complaining about the anal cancer, to say when I have to relieve myself, the infections and so forth. But the residents have found themselves a creative way to relieve the human excreta inside. By all means, sometimes they use chemicals to reduce the human excreta when it's getting full. So they would put a human excreta to reduce the smell and so forth. They would put the chemicals, yes.
And as we can see right now, there is no form of water being here. So how does this situation go down? Like, how do you flush it? How does it work? The self-duct toilet.
No, you are not able to flush it. Just like I mentioned, when it's full, I can move from this place and come here and create another hole and use the same structure and put it and build it and use that seat just to put it so that I relieve myself. So it's just a hole here. There is no drainage system, sewer system, nothing, the pipes or anything moving. Just to reduce the human excreta. They just move here or move the toilet when it's full and dig a hole, but also they are able to use the chemicals like madobola and so forth to reduce this, to clean up and drain. Yeah, it's like that.
Dimpho, final question, wrapping it up. What does Asivikelane Campaign plan to achieve by exposing and showing the dire water and sanitation issues in the community of Khayelitsha?
What do we plan to achieve? It's that we know that a toilet is a need. Water is essential. Sanitation, speaking relatively to waste, water, a toilet, a tap. What we want to achieve is that we want our residents to have dignified toilets. If the municipality is willing to collaborate with us, like they are doing a great job collaborating with us, trying to use us for social facilitation, for them to understand what is happening on the ground, we assist them. But the main objective is that we want our people to get dignified toilets. If the municipality, speaking of interim sanitation, it should accommodate every vulnerable people in Mangaung Metro and also in every informal settlement in Mangaung Metro. People need a toilet as in now, not for the next upcoming years. People need toilet now, but also we are willing to work hand in hand with different councillors. Mainly here in Ward 17, we are working with a councillor, Mama Hatle Macheta, trying to give us entry to the ward, making it easy for us to engage with the residents living in the ward. So the main aim is just that we want people to have dignified toilets. If the budget it's there, if maybe there is an allocation, let it work. Let us see it. let it happen. If ever there is something as Asivikelane we need to do to educate residents, if ever tomorrow the municipality can say, we are bringing chemical toilets. As Asivikelane, ask people if ever chemical toilets would be imperative for them. We are there to educate residents, capacitate them on what is interim sanitation. Because sometimes you come as the municipality and say, interim. People don't even understand what is interim. So we are there to give them information about the budget submission, allow them to make their own budget submissions, to say if ever the municipality is willing to prioritize the human settlement area, putting them and giving them residential addresses. What about them prioritizing water taps? What about them prioritizing toilets instead of prioritizing a pavement? So sanitation, it is really an essential need. There are many cases that were occurring, especially when an informal settlement, because it's not developmental. Children are merely found in self-dug pits. A shack can get burned and everything, a person can lose everything they have to lose, because it's very difficult to access water for them to go and walk a distance to access water. So people are really in a dire need for water, for a dignified toilet. A self-dug pit, it's not okay. It's not great for the people. They have been complaining. We understand the hygiene issues, the health issues. We have been well capacitated, and there are pregnant women facing antenatal issues already, so they need to live in hygienic places. There are elderly people using insulin needles, using different kinds of needles. They need privacy. We also need to look at whatever issues, socio-economic issues. There is poverty. You need to look at the state that a person cannot even have money to install a pipe or go buy a pipe at DIY or build a smart.
So the least that we can expect of the like the municipality itself to do as a whole is at least assist in this regard.
Assist.
I'd like to say World Toilet Day is coming on 19th of November. What will Asivikelane Campaign be doing for
For World Toilet Day, we would be having an event, but it's not yet confirmed. So we would be having relevant stakeholders from Mangaung Metro, relatively speaking of sanitation hub, because right now as Asivikelane, we are looking at sanitation hub. So a hub, we know that we need to collaborate with different stakeholders. It might be business, it might be the municipality and so forth. So we would be having an event or a roundtable discussion to say, look, the municipality would say, this is what we are willing to offer. As the community, what would you be doing to maintain this issue? Because we understand the frustration of the municipality also, because when you get into our communities, as I mentioned, there are different socio-economic issues, different community dynamics. You find that a Jojo tank is provided for the residents. Tomorrow it's vandalized. But as Asivikelane, we have well capacitated our residents throughout to say, if ever a Jojo tank is coming as interim sanitation for water, or maybe a communal standpipe would be installed, what are the ways that you would maintain or maybe secure and make sure that they are safe? So we know that, as we have indicated and shown the residents, we know we have DAKT, we have in CDC, and they would be able to say that and monitor and say, this is our tap, we will take care of it. So this is what we are going to achieve. Thanks.
Thanks.